We listened to Valgwin.
When you listened to Valgwin, things went smooth and was quickly.
I mean,
Mm.
Goodness.
Tegan, do you just not have your camera on today?
I don't have a camera.
Okay.
how sad.
That's
know.
it's
Well,
a bit
I've
different.
got a camera, but it's a cinema camera. It's for YouTube videos, and to take that and switch that over to use it as a webcam would take me hours.
Fine, be that way.
So
That's
you
fine.
coming to us from a land far away? Or are you at your usual spot?
No, I'm at home. The webcam I had, I accidentally dropped it into a glass of water. So
Oh no.
That sounds terrible.
It doesn't
How
work
do you
very well now.
accidentally drop a webcam into a glass of water?
It's a long story. It happened. We don't talk about Bruno, okay?
Okay.
Okay.
I'm assuming he was using the webcam for some web dick pics, and it dropped into the painting water. What are you gonna do?
I was assuming bathtub plus shaving using as an extra, set of
Yeah.
eyes.
That too. Maybe he was painting on himself.
Oh.
And so was adjusting the camera.
Work.
Hello.
I had an experience like that once, but well, that story can wait.
The follow-up question is,
that story can wait.
Does it have a micro lens on it? That'll help us figure out what it was used for.
Dig.
Oof. Oof.
Oh,
Like the Hubble fucking telescope. Its zoom feature is amazing.
Oh, goodness gracious.
You can find me on OnlyFans as itty bitty cosmic, cameraman.
I'm looking you up right now.
Yeah, I'm joining that. 100%. I'm on board. Oh man, that's hilarious.
OnlyFans has come up so often this weekend.
I'm at an alpaca farm.
So jealous.
That
You said your
sounds fun.
alpaca farm is
Yeah.
So fluffy.
They really
mean.
they really like to be pet.
Uh-huh.
These alpacas. They're very soft.
Uh-huh. They make good sweaters.
Yes, and apparently I can get some of the wool.
Do it.
I've never seen alpaca make a sweater. I'm interested in how this works.
So they need special attachments for their hooves to help with the
And-
lack of
and
opposing
then they
thumbs.
can
But
pin
after
it.
that, they got
It's
it.
great.
I see.
They don't have hooves. They have
Why
toes.
They have, they're like they got
camels.
two
They have
things.
toes.
Oof. Like deer.
Am I supposed to have a search bar?
No.
With my life
Escape.
No. If you have the search bar, you got the old module. You gotta log out, log back in.
All right.
No, Kat, do not
Don't.
listen to him.
Okay. Look, I'm not the one that suffers here. I just sit and wait patiently.
Don't listen to Dan.
Wow.
Oh my gosh.
We're just straight up don't listen to him.
Vegan.
He doesn't have a camera. That's what our
okay.
conversation was. He was painting himself down below with the webcam, and it fell into some paint water, and there's a whole thing about that.
Gotcha.
Yeah,
That was.
It's a fucking tragedy. Ah, there. Fuck you.
Good job, Tegan.
Yeah, I got one to work.
I'm actually impressed.
Skill sets.
I 100% believe that.
Many.
Oh man. All right. Well, who wants to do the recap on what glorious awesome sauce happened last time on the Waterdeep adventures?
Bother.
To
Feist makes a
summarize,
code word. That was my first note. Feist makes a code word. Everybody needs to know apple forever. You can go, Gare. Fine art
well,
varied.
to summarize, like shit's on fire, yo.
Yeah,
Like,
facts.
uh, everything's on fire. Not everything. So there was somebody who stole my face, a shapeshifter, who was gallivanting around trying to kill people, including me, because I died session before last. Anyway, it tried to escape. Leaf put up the barrier, which very coincidentally and luckily cleaved his leg off. Its leg off. And when we came up and found it, Adnan and I started to get the torture gloves on. And I did my best to keep it alive to torture it longer, but it died. And then shit all went on fire. And I called down the fury of the heavens to douse the tavern, though the dance studio may still be on fire, and of course the bookstore still on fire, and several other locations we're concerned with are in fact on fire.
The tower, Avian Embrick,
That's the one, yeah.
Everybody.
Tallies.
The
Everybody
Steam and
we
Steel,
know.
the Bent Nail, Corellan's Crown, the Bookworm's Treasure, the Blackstaff Tower,
Tower. The Raven Queen's Temple.
Fashioned Treasures.
Fashion. Everybody.
Just to name a few, the handful that Adnan was able to siphon out of whatever this thing's brain was.
I just have one question.
Hmm.
Where's the body at?
On the roof.
On the roof.
Did we bring it down?
No.
We
You
left.
guys
No.
left it.
No.
We were
I
in
think we were
panic
trying to
mode
get I was thinking we were trying to get everybody out because the tavern
Yeah.
exploded. So
because Tegan says the tavern's on fire, and so he's like, "Get out!" We're like, "We're on the roof." He's like, "Well, you shouldn't be."
However,
were
it is
my
the roof of the tavern, so there's a small chance that the body's still intact.
Yes.
and the tavern is not burning. Yes.
Mhm.
Oh dear.
Yep.
Okay.
And
All right,
Silas is just standing there going, "Oh no."
Oh
was-
no.
What will I ever do?
Oh, and Jonathan got murdered.
Jonathan was murdered. Yeah. I'm really sad about
And
this
went-
because
and
now we
Janet.
can't go to the interdimensional plane to eat Jonathan food anymore
Yeah, that is really
from
upsetting.
costs, which is really
Like,
upsetting. to
really
me.
upsetting.
I was so upset. I still am.
Or Jonathan.
Yep. And Janet's also dead by fire. Cleaning Lady Janet. And Harvey said the explosion must have been the brewery. The fire might not go out because he was distilling fun stuff.
Whoa, wait. The fucking brewery exploded?
Oh,
Yes.
yes.
Brewery
Yeah.
exploded.
Our
Tegan goes,
distillery.
Tegan, okay, my notes are Tegan said he felt the fire and he's like, everybody out right before the explosion. So you saved everybody in the bar.
And luckily, the barrier came down before everything exploded too.
Yep. And then I just have Fireman Gare ...
But
And
Calendar
Portia
comes out
panicked.
next year.
Harvey
Portia
Yeah,
said
I'll
that.
smoke
panicking,
some
running away. Oh yeah,
Yes.
Portia's running away. And the rest of us are
No,
all standing.
I'm not. Boop boop. I'm no
Retcon,
longer
Portia
running
came
away.
back.
Are you sure?
Yes. That was player panic. Thank you very
Okay.
much.
So the recap was kind of all over the place. So let's kind of focus this up. Adnan chasing the green lion thing all the way upstairs to your guys' lookout tower to find the creature looking like Gerhardt at that moment. Feist coming up with the password for you guys to all know it's you and not another person in disguise. Tegan, you're still downstairs because Silas had asked you to check on Martin, and it was while you were doing that your fire senses were going off, and then you were getting people out. The people upstairs with Portia, Princess carrying Leaf because Leaf is unconscious. or barely conscious at that moment, barely conscious. All upstairs, there's the interrogation scene where information is gathered, but this creature literally does not care about the pain he's in. Um, I use the term he because he took multiple male forms, but that's you guys figured out was a doppelganger. They don't exactly have a gender. They at some point took Martum's face and size, which really set Adnan off. While questions were being asked, it was free with some answers because with a big old grin on its face, it had already made sure that it was going to die, even 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 though Gerhardt did cast Death Ward on it so that it couldn't die immediately. It had to come back for one more hurrah. But through the questions, what Adnan picked up was a list of I believe people, which was Jasmine and Jason, Tegan, Blackstaff, Barnabas, and Silas. Those were the names that he got from the questions and his detect thoughts. While this thing is being tortured, it's laughing and said something to the effect of, all this focus on me, you've lost sight of the world around you. And it's not until he dies again that the people on the roof are, the adrenaline's coming back down and they're looking around. They hear the alarm bells going off throughout Waterdeep. The sky griffins are flying in the air and they look around and there are tens of buildings aflame just within sight. Most immediately around you guys was the Bent Nail, which is Tally, who was fixing up the tavern and making it bigger and the dance studio for you guys. The Steam and Steel, where Avi and Imbric are. Corella's Crown, which is the herbalist shop that is just right around the corner from you guys. The Bookworm's Treasure, that building was engulfed in flame, and then there were others that they could see in the distance. When the barrier eventually came down, Feist was like, hey, where's Martum? And then Tegan was like, he's safe. Everybody's out. You guys got to get out. There's buildings on fire. Everybody's running. An explosion happens. Mostly failed, some success, dexterity saving throws. As as the roof group gets to the stairwell, sees that a bunch of fires everywhere. Fireman Gerhardt decides to make it rain and jettisons some water from the rain down the stairs, doing his best to put flames out. Notice that he didn't actually put flames out. They were severely suppressed, though. There seemed to be a little bit more to these particular flames than just the bit of water. And even though Gerhardt did cast, focus the gust of wind, which should put fire out, again, it severely dimmed it enough that Feist was able to go through all of the rooms downstairs except the doorway to the dance studio. But Feist did check the second and first floors, making sure there's nobody in there. That's when Feist and Gerhardt collectively discovered there were two bodies in the kitchen, one of which had a dagger in its back. Because the creature did laugh and said, you really think I only successfully killed one person today? As he looked at Gerhardt, who was still alive. Remember, there was the note on Gerhardt, because I know it's been a while for Tegan at least. Remy, you have what those words said, right? Something about Xanthard. I need to scroll up. Do you have that?
Yeah, the what the note was, the Xanthar sent his regards. Something about Stone of Golor.
Yeah, you should have given us the Stone of Galore.
Yeah.
Yep.
And just again to recap, the Stone of Galore was the key, the aboleth key that you guys found that potentially was an access to a buried vault within Waterdeep, that instead of having to invest the time and materials to get the 3 additional pieces it needed to unlock that door, you sold it to Blackstaff Tower in giving Leaf true resurrection. Plus, you guys got quite a bit of gold amongst yourselves, and it that decision is coming back. um, Ultimately, everybody else got out of the tavern, got out of here safely. It's at the, you guys are all outside. There are a few Crown Guard around trying to calm people, take notes. Silas is out there. The kids are there. Um, Harvey is out there, and it was kind of at this moment that you guys really realized Leaf is 100% unconscious. He's gone. He's sleeping. He's got a big nappy time. But Gerhardt had used a few more spells to just a wave of water into the tavern proper to at least get that clear of any fire, and that was successful. That was success. That worked. Words. But it wasn't. I mean, it wasn't. It was just the tavern itself. It wasn't the hallway beyond. It wasn't the kitchen, and there's still the dance studio, Hallie's place, Steam and Steel. So, any questions or any additions anybody wants to add to this recap before we jump into Fireball everybody on the street, TPK everybody, and wipe this campaign up?
That's a plan.
Okay, I mean, that's a plan.
It is a plan.
I'm just looking at Tegan's face like the brewery has exploded, the tavern is aflame. You guys just invested so much money to get it back up, get it updated, and now it's gonna need more.
I go on fucking holiday, and this
Yep.
is what happens.
Fucking right. This is
This is
exactly
why we
what
can't have nice things, right? This
yeah.
is why.
You're not wrong.
Yep.
Usually
because Adnan was in
fire
the wrong
is
spot.
why we can't have nice things.
At least Adnan's back
Technically,
to the love. It's good.
Technically, it's Tegan's fault. He wasn't here.
Oh, I guarantee you it would have been much worse if I'd have been here. Tegan's mentality is you fight fire with fire.
Oh my.
Okay, so you guys are outside of the tavern.
Yep.
In the hallway, the alleyway. So not on the main street, in the alleyway. So main street's up top, alleyway's the up and down. So you're in the alleyway, just outside basically the main doorway. Because remember now there's another one that was added. People, guards, still alarm bells of Waterdeep going off. Every once in a while, you guys can still see a griffin flying across. What do you do?
Is Leaf with us, like near us?
If Portia's near you, so too is Leaf.
Can I see my tower
Very
from
new.
our map?
You can. So there's two buildings between the tavern and your bookstore. So in this alleyway, no, but you do see like above the roof orange flames or orange light.
And we told you it was on fire.
Yes,
so
they did.
Egan knows.
All right. Well, I'm just gonna dimension door to my tower then.
Okay. Awesome. I need you to give me a Arcana ability check. Arcana check, please. Okay. You open the doorway into for transporting yourself from one place to another, and you're inside the bookstore, which is completely engulfed in flame.
Okay. Then I'm gonna cast Summon Elemental and make it a water elemental.
Okay. And then use that to put out fires.
Use that and Gust of Wind. I'll cast Gust of Wind to help put out the fires.
Okay.
So I'm gonna knock off one Gust of Wind, Dimension Door, and the Summon Elemental.
Yep. Sounds good.
I don't see or hear the three little fellas anywhere, do I? Or
Give me a quick perception check.
Perhaps
Because you're popping in, you're doing your quick summons, and you're kind of focusing on putting things out. Even with a 9, you don't see the 3 golden kobolds, but something that strikes you as wrong is you see a roof. You see rafters of a roof above your head.
Okay.
Go ahead and give me another Arcana check, please. Hot
Whoa.
fucking damn. So as you're putting things out, and you're looking around, you're going through calculating damages and everything else, what's going on. I think it's been hinted, but we've never actually discussed it, but that the bookstore itself is an anchor point for the tower.
Right.
And what you are seeing for the first time is the actual brick and mortar building. Whatever has happened here has disrupted the anchor point. And so you are in the building and you're not sure where the tower is.
Interesting.
So you'll got to put out some fires and see what you can see with through the damage. But that's going to take some time. The rest of you see, now that you guys come back and Tegan sees you all, you see him open a door and just whoop, and the door closes. What are the rest of you doing?
I'm trying to find Portia.
She's right there.
You're on mute, ma'am.
Yeah, you're on mute.
I'm right here with Leaf in my arms and Henry standing beside me, and I start hollering for Silas.
Can you put Leaf on the ground so I can try to help him?
Yeah, I put Leaf down, but I sit down there too. I've got his head in my lap.
Does he still look malnourished to me?
Give me a medicine check.
I'm gonna use a where's that thing at?
Magical guidance. It's in features. Oh, feet. Lucky. Never mind.
Do you still have lucky? Oh my gosh.
Yeah, because I get magical guidance too.
Adnan, you should never fail anything.
I only got
Go ahead and re-roll that medicine check.
Yeah, I was looking for that thing. Oh, Jesus.
I mean, so he's still breathing. It is a rapid, shallow breath, and it's like when you typical medicine check, open the eyes, open the mouth. The eyes look glazed, and he's definitely in some kind of deeper sleep. He does look haggard, looks rough, looks doesn't look like the individual that was just dancing the night before.
Now, if I remember correctly from the last game, we pumped in some healing spells to him, and they didn't quite help him, right?
Correct. I am also on that same wavelength that something was cast into him and it didn't have the effect that you were hoping. Lay on hands, is that what it was?
Mm-hmm.
Of course you laid your hands all upon him.
Of course I did.
He is still on the. He still appears to be alive. Just hanging on.
Yes.
Okay.
He's breathing, his eyes aren't he's not conscious, he's not talking. His breaths are quick and shallow.
I'm going to cast Detect Thoughts on him.
Okay.
To see if I can
Just make that roll. I really need to put a fucking thing to fix that shit. You gotta click the thing in chat.
I didn't get a chat thing. It
Your
says,
wisdom save.
oh, here's the thing.
Yeah, otherwise it won't go away.
That's even
There
worse.
We go. So are you just looking for surface thoughts right now? Or are you pushing and trying to get Leaf's inner thoughts?
Surface thoughts first.
Okay. There's nothing going on.
Okay. I am going to take out my water skin and give him some water and still try to maintain that connection with him to see if I can get some insight into what ails him.
All right. Are you pushing then?
Yes.
Okay. And this is a wisdom saving throw. I will give myself disadvantage because that makes sense. And
Yes.
even with disadvantage.
So I'm going to do one last Hail Mary with him.
Okay.
And
This is your third use of Detect Thoughts.
Yeah, I'm like almost out of spells.
I find this so entertaining that the fire scene is where everybody's like, I'm completely out of spells. Combat, nah fam, I'm good, let's keep going. I got like 6 more fights in me, let's go.
I can't find.
I can't bludgeon a fire to death.
I beg to
could
differ.
try.
I did it in yesterday's game.
You're not fucking trying hard enough.
I bludgeoned a fire to death in last night's Crown of the Oathbreaker campaign. It can be done.
I want to form the telekinetic or telepathic link with him, where I can speak with him into his telepathic speech. That's what I want.
What nonsense are you doing
Ooh.
here?
That's such a fun one.
Between you're not using their feet. You can speak telepathically with each other. Oh my goodness. Ha! Okay. Okay, so what do you say? What are you doing here, Adnan?
I say, Leaf, it's Adnan. I'm trying to help you, but I can't figure out what's wrong. Let me know what I need to do to help you. You can reply to this message.
Oh man. Adnan, I'm gonna need you to give me a Constitution saving throw.
Oh, this is not going well.
See, there you
Very
go. You
good.
just needed to not believe in yourself, and you're fine.
Very good.
Of all the saving throws, that's one of my worst.
So Adnan, you get a psychic backlash, and being a little bit more telepathically, telekinetically inclined, you using your mind to manipulate things, whether it's people or objects, you have a certain resistance to that kind of to energy. And instead of you going unconscious and bleeding from every orifice, you get this message from Leaf.
Oh, God. I look up at Portia with extreme worry in my face, and I tell her, Leaf says to kill him if it takes over.
Okay.
If what takes over?
I couldn't get that far. Leaf is a very powerful man.
Portia,
All
why
he's-
don't you sound surprised? What takes over?
It's not going to take over.
What is it, Portia?
It's not going to take over.
Do you hear me when I'm talking to you? This is not a time for your cagey nonsense. What might take over?
And I look up with you and I'm bawling my eyes out. Red.
Wasn't that her war pick?
Why would Red take over? It's down in the dungeon.
I need all of you to give me history rolls with advantage, please.
Me too.
Me too?
Sorry, not you, Tegan. You're not there for this cute scene. Although you
what-
could
what-
if you want to. You want to roll? Go for it.
Is
Do
it,
I roll?
Is it history? Is that what I'm rolling?
Yeah.
I'm actually good at history.
Go, Tegan,
Fuck.
go!
I'm not good at history.
Mine makes sense. I don't know
You're
anything about
so at history.
So, Vice, this makes sense for you. Gerhardt, this makes sense for you. Tegan, you're not there, but you're going to get this bit of information as well. The Revenant blade had a very similar color as the war pick. And Gerhardt saw it being summoned and desummoned through some kind of smoke or something. When Leaf was irritated, it seemed to reveal itself at one particular moment, seemingly unbeknownst to Leaf. I don't remember who all was else in that scene, but there were. Gerhardt for sure was there. There might have been a couple more of you, but all of you have seen the blade because he tried to show Adnan how to use his own. That's how that whole thing transpired and happened.
It's the same. So the Leaf's sword is the same color as red that we saw left in the dungeon.
Yes. The actual blades of the revenant blades, not the quarterstaff part, not the elongated hilt, but the blades themselves. And it's a very distinct red. It's not a color that you see every day. It's its own. It's kind of rusty, burnt orange, but kind of bright, like on the from the inside. It's very unique, and you didn't pick up on it at the time, but putting all these separate things together leaves sudden personality changes of being, instead of Mr. Hospitable, to having some anger or irritation issues. And well, at least the one scene where it was floating behind and above him, seemingly for him unaware.
Portia, you left red in the dungeon. You said you left red in the dungeon. You promised me. You picked pack. You said you left it. Why does Leaf have it? Portia!
I do we really want to have this right now?
It is right now. If we're about to have something happen because you brought something back, you compromised this pack. Why is it here? You promised me. Feist is visibly shaking and their gloves are sparking.
Because eventually everybody leaves.
Yeah, people tend to leave when you kill them.
I didn't kill anybody. Well, leave.
What do you think's gonna happen? Adnan, you know this better. What is gonna happen? What happens if Fred takes over Leaf?
Leaf tries to kill us.
So people don't leave until you give them items that make them leave, huh? You gave it to him, you get to put him down. I need to go check on the kids.
I didn't give it to him. He took it from me.
It shouldn't have been with you, Portia. You promised.
And y'all were gonna fucking leave me. So why wouldn't I grab the one thing that I know that isn't going to fucking leave me?
What the hell are you talking about? Who's leaving aside from me right now? Who's leaving?
You have the kids. Adnan's got Martin in the dance studio. Tegan has his book tower. Gear's got whatever he's got. What do I have? What was gonna happen to me? You all are eventually gonna leave.
You have all of it. You have the tower. You have. Why are we? You're not a child, Portia. If something's wrong, you talk about it. You don't pick up the thing. If something goes wrong, you're gonna be the one to put him down. Do you understand? You're gonna have to kill him. Is that what you wanted? Is that what you wanted?
No, Feist. Does it look like that's what I wanted? No, it's not what I wanted.
You should have left it. You compromised us. You picked that thing over your pact. Your pack. You picked it over us. This is on you. Feist is walking away. Silas! They're going to yell at Silas. Your temple's on fire! You need to go! And they're storming off towards... They got to go find the kids.
I just bawl, but I lean over and I just start whispering in Leaf's ear.
Silas is heading towards his temple. After hearing that, he's taking longer than normal strides. Still not running, but full Loxodon strides. Just boom.
I'll lean over to Adnan and say, I will, in case, make sure that Leaf does not, if it happens.
You don't have something to remove a curse, do you?
Not right now.
I'll ask in the ring if anybody has something or a way, a manner of removing a curse from Leaf.
Well, I mean,
I
we could
guess.
stick a wand of fireball up his ass and see if that works, but I'm not going to hold my breath.
Vice will respond through the ring that they're out of spells, but they can ask at the temple.
Yeah, I have nothing right now.
Who do we know in Waterdeep that can help us with these spells? Like removing the curse. It was the temple.
The Dragon Temple.
We need to get him to the Dragon Temple.
That's where Feist is headed.
Let's go. We need to take Leaf there. It's his only shot. I'm going to try to pick up Leaf. Yeah, I don't know if these wet noodle arms can do it or not, but I'm
You've
gonna
got
try
this,
to-
Adnan. You're training
try
for
to-
mithril bracers. You've got this.
Actually, Adnan, with Leaf's current situation, he seems too light. You're able to pick
Okay.
him up. Although I believe Portia quickly takes him from you.
Pick Portia up!
Feist, are we... you told me Martin? Do we stay here?
Sorry, Remy. Feist, activated their Leviathan and is gone.
She's just like...
Did you go any G-forces? Are you activating multiple burnouts to get there quicker?
So Feist knows that they will attract, they're not allowed to fly up, so they're going to stay level with the ground, but kind of using power skates to get them faster. So probably not, since they have to maneuver around people.
So just one charge to get the 60 speed? Okay.
Yeah.
Fair enough. That's
Yeah,
that means
Feist
instead of a
say-
20-minute, it's going to
She
be
said she
about
was going to the
9
kids.
minutes for you. So
Cool.
Feist said where they were going. Before they left, they said they had to go check on the kits.
Yep.
And then through the ring, they said they're out of magic, but they would check at the temple.
Feist, give me a perception check as you're heading that way. Okay. You note that there are other buildings aflame, but you don't pay any attention as to what they are. You are focused.
Okay.
Feist, can you bring someone back from the temple to help Leaf?
I can try. If it's on fire like everything else, I doubt they'll have anything to spare. I'll try.
Just tell them we can rebuild their temple. We can't bring Leaf back.
Remy, I think it is a good idea to keep Martin nearby. I will, of course, stay with you.
Good plan.
So it's Gerhardt, me, Leaf, Portia, and Remy?
At the moment, yes.
Yeah.
Okay. I will actually look at Martin and see if there's anything that he knows of. We'll ask Martin for help.
What do you say to Martin?
I look at him with worry and sadness in my face, and I say, Martin, I know you've just started to go to school and learn about the qualities and properties of magic and your lady, but if you have any ideas on what to do here to help Leaf out and get rid of this curse, I'm all ears.
Give me an active perception check.
All right, I'm going to use another. God, what is with it today?
That was almost an 18. I saw it. Think about it.
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna burn another luck, change it up. Okay. Re-roll.
Jesus.
17. So as you go to Martin and you ask that question, you can see that Martin has a dazed look about him. And as you're asking these things, he looks to you, but it's more like past you. And he goes, "Why is it always fire? Why is the fire gotta consume everything? Is this home
Well,
gonna go away too?"
I forgot about that.
How is the tavern looking? Dance Academy Tavern?
I mean, from this side of the tavern, all of the glass has exploded outward. You can see that around the front, from that explosion that happened, like the fire came through and licked the inside of the awning there and kind of came up to the roof a little bit. So there's singe marks there. But off to the right, so as you look in the main door, off to the right, which is where that side passage was, is a massive gaping hole. Because the brewery was right there and it has since exploded. The whole side there going up the second, third, and fourth stories is still aflame. And it is cracked. The first story side is basically all gone from at the kitchen in that hallway area. The second story, there's more that's not exploded than is, and there's a crack that follows like that line all the way up. And it's not like the whole thing's covered in flame, but there are bits of fire where obviously some kind of really, really proof alcohol splashed up with the flame and has just kind of been, really, really hot Molotov cocktail was just chucked over there. From that side there and that back area, you can see that, I mean, you know exactly where these things are, and you can see that the roof of the dance studio is aflame.
Okay. Does it look like the same sort of magical flame, or does it look like just garden variety, oh shit's on fire?
It looks like, it looks like, from your perspective, it looks like, oh shit's on fire.
Okay. In that case, because there are people milling about, right? The ones we
there are town guards trying to get everybody's their statements and try to get people away from things. There's people here who are actively applying first aid to other people. This is an active, there's a bunch of stuff happening.
Okay, so what I'm gonna do is the OG way of fighting fire, and I'm going to start yelling at people to, if you are not actively getting triaged, bucket brigade this bitch. Because enough people with enough buckets taking water out of a well will do something. So, with that, I'm going to take point and start chucking water as best I can from the buckets that are handed to me, I hope, from the inside and then moving around to the out.
Okay. So the nearest well is actually on that side,
Perfect.
which is very entertaining to me. Go ahead and give me a persuasion check, Gerhardt, with advantage. Let's see how many
Sure,
people
and
you're able to get.
my point in being at the front is I want to observe what the fire actually does when we start
Yeah,
chucking water at it.
I got you.
Okay.
I understood that.
Thank God for advantage.
It seems like the people that have already been seen and have already maybe have already given their statements. Even though some of them are wrapped in different areas, like they still can walk, they still can move. Like they're, I mean, the tavern itself was packed. It has been packed for days. It is a staple in this little area of community. There's 40 people following you.
Okay, I'm also going to shame the city guards for taking statements instead of actually trying to do something worthwhile. But continue to do the bucket brigade because I want to see if we can put these flames out.
Okay. That has been noted in the report.
I guess my characters just don't like the local gendarme.
They really,
Not at
they really
all.
don't.
They
They
struggle
really
with
don't.
authority? Wait, what?
Not
Wait, I
struggle
wonder
with
where
authority.
that
I just think I can do it
In-
better.
I would say struggle with incompetent authority. My bad.
Yes.
Um,
Since I'm standing right next to Martin, I'm just gonna like pat his hand and be like, "It's okay. These people, I think that they're gonna try to save it, and they'll stick around even if places aren't the same."
hey, Adnan,
Yes.
it wasn't the Bahamut temple that we went to.
Which one was it?
Horde.
Really?
Yes.
To save Portia, yeah. Cord. You've been to the Temple of Bahamut a few times, Adon, for different things, but
We took Tegan to Bahamut. When it was me, it was Cord.
Yep.
How far is which one's closer?
Between the two temples of Bahamut or Cord, Bahamut is. Bahamut's more center of the city, and you guys are in the northern eastern end. Cord's way far south in the harder districts.
I said
And-
we need to take him to Cord.
How long is that trek?
It's about 40 minutes. And that's a conservative estimate, considering now there's chaos in the air.
Are there any Griffin riders near us? Like on the ground?
Not on the
You haven't-
ground, no. And it's been a few minutes since you've seen them.
I'm wondering if we can try to acquire the assistance of a Griffin rider to transport Leaf over there faster.
I look at Henry.
I mean, Henry
Or-
can definitely get there faster. Or,
We
I don't
can
know,
ride
I'm
you.
just gonna throw this out there. You still have fucking Fly on.
I do still have fly on. Thank you. Or I can fly. And Henry can take you. That's what we'll do. And I start flying and tell Henry to grab Adnan and come on.
As I get drug away like a Raggedy Ann,
Yeah, you get
I'm
scuffed
gonna-
in it.
I'm gonna yell to Remy to take care of Martin for me. I'll be RB.
Thumbs up, I got this.
Okay.
I can guard a child.
So, just point of clarification, Portia, are you flying in the air? Or are you just using the
Oh,
fly
not
speed
with
on the
the group.
ground?
I'm using the fly speed on the ground.
Okay. You are faster than Henry with your fly speed. So here's a fun thing. You know, large green lion with an elf-ish person on their back goes lumbering through the fucking city, chasing after a heavily armored woman carrying an elf package. There's not going to be a story about that in any way, shape, or form in the future in the paper, guaranteed.
Don't make my wine come up my nose. That's not cool.
No promises. Feist. The Temple of Bahamut is in flame.
I figured I'm going to find.
And
I
you can
recognize.
see that there are multiple people of faith who are doing the same things that Gerhardt did. Some are actively focusing on causing down the rain, and others are redirecting the water like to and into the temple, but it seems to be helping, but it's a long process. Give me a perception check as you look about.
Damn it.
Looking around and kind of like using the boosts of your feet to get a little bit higher up, get a better view. You do see a dragonborn that is familiar to you, Shiraz, and you just kind of like instinctively like zip over, and you see the kits.
Ugh. Okay, I like rush up to them and go up to Shiraz and go, head count, everybody out.
The one watching them did not make it.
Do I know the one watching them?
Yeah, from your she was an older kobold from your.
Oh, okay. Oh. Feist will do kind of the clan's traditional, may she rest with master. But she got the kids out. Everyone's
She did. That's why they're here. She actually threw that one up the stairs before the beams collapsed.
I'm gonna like check on all of them lifting their tails and their arms.
They've got a couple melted scales. They were in it, but nothing that's not going to heal. Nothing that they won't have fun scars to talk about later.
Okay. Where did it start? What happened?
An explosion down below.
Below? Under the temple?
Yes.
Do you know casualties yet? Or they're still being accounted for?
Do not know yet. The flame is not natural. It keeps coming, even though we put it out.
Here too. So it wasn't the distillery.
You as well?
Everywhere's on fire. The Trollskull Manor was the primary target. We were the target. And everyone that has helped us that we've talked to. You guys, the Raven Queen, all of our friends. Everyone was a target today. It's Xanthar.
Oh, yes. You are the wayward souls. A note was left for you. Well, about you.
What did it say, Shiraz?
It seems that any who helped you is now aflame.
That is correct. I don't know what to do. This got too big.
Right now, the only thing I can say is usually after a fire, there is new growth. Not all is lost. Buildings are nothing. You should look for more people to help. Who else is on the list?
Oh no. Okay. Okay. You guys are okay? Then you're safe for now. Where are you gonna go?
There's a house nearby where some old doctors lived. The singer's parents. Though injured, will go there. Yep, the Quinn's house. You were correct.
Is that where you're taking the kits?
Most likely.
Okay. I will keep checking on our friends and I'll come back to find you once I've got something settled. Troll Skull's in flames, so I don't know where we'll end up, but I'll come find you and keep you posted. If you need me, you can leave me a message at Troll Skull and I'll be able to find it, okay?
He pats around and he goes, "No, that must still be in the room. I had communication stones, but they're not on me. Never mind."
Well, stones don't burn usually, so maybe when it's quiet, I can go take a look for you, okay?
You have more important things. Go.
Okay. I will lick him on the head and lick all the kits, and then I'm heading to Avian Emberix.
Okay.
Because a bunch of our friends are right in that alleyway, right? There's AV
Yeah.
and so I'm gonna head to
yeah.
that alley and check
yep.
one at a time.
All right. So you're going that way. Portion and not are going another way. Gerhardt, as you're bucket brigading, it's normal fire. You're definitely doing something. As go ahead.
Seeing that it's normal fire, seeing that there was like progress made, I'm going to take a brief moment to speak to the stone and say, "Here is the deal. You must smother it or douse it completely once, and then it is easy to kill the fire." And then I'm just gonna go right back to splashing.
Okay.
Feist will report that the temple was hit by the same fire. It wasn't the distillery. The fire's magical, all of it. They
Yeah.
can't get the temple out.
Douse it once completely.
Did it look like the clerics were doing that?
They were actively attempting that, yes.
Okay.
However,
then I won't.
the temple is much bigger.
I can't assist with that, so I'm not
Yeah,
going
no,
back.
that's 100%. Yeah, they're actually like again. There are some that are focusing rain coming down, and others that are redirecting the flow and amplifying and it's basically it's taking a handful of clerics to do what Gerhardt did by himself because he's really the better firefighter. But Gerhardt, as you're chucking buckets along with the other people who are actively now not just focusing on this on the dance studio, but the the bent nail as well. Like they're really trying. You hear from around the corner, "Come on now, we can't let these young ones show us up. Step up, 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 up." It's coming around the corner. Barnabas, with a few of the order that he represents, not the city's part, but the order of investigators that he is with, and they all pull out some kind of implement of some kind, and he goes, "This place has really good food. We cannot let it burn." And they all focus up, and there's just rain, just torrent and torrent of rain, just. And they're focusing and directing it, and a couple others are doing exactly what you did, making it bigger, pushing it against places.
Good. As this fire is, I assume, or perhaps maybe not, but assuming that it is slowly defeated, I'm going to, in a very Gerhardt sort of way, demand and order and strategize to move to the next closest place that's on fire with everyone. I'm just going to assume they're all going to follow my commands, and to effectively do the same thing over again. Because we have a method and a system to defeat this now, and it must be applied.
So the citizens, they're already focusing on the bent nail, and as the order is putting out the fire of the dance studio, they're just coming down the line. Like the curtain is just coming down as they're the windows are busted out, so they're able to force water inside there, and you actually see Barnabas use water to push himself up, and then he's in there and he's redirecting it inside completely around. He's had a really good
could see that.
He's had a really good time at the tavern.
Silas is missing out.
Yeah, it might change his opinion if only he could, but he ain't here.
It wouldn't. It'd be like, finally you did one thing right in the tally of 100.
Okay. Anyway, so we're fighting, and we're doing
You
it
are
strategically.
you are seeing
right.
progress. Tegan, as you completely finally put out the fires inside the bookstore, and you see an actual, again, brick and mortar building bookstore. Steam a little bit everywhere, a little bit of smoldering, but you've got it put out. What are you doing?
A lot of cussing. I'm going to instruct the water fella. We are going to call him Cornelius. Cornelius to follow me. I'm going to get outside.
Okay.
And message to the ringy, to everyone, that fire's put out in the bookstore, tower's gone. Where can I help? And who should I be looking for? While I'm trying to remember all the names on that list.
So just as a reminder for everybody, you know that Corellan's Crown is on fire. That's the herbalist shop that is literally just south of Troll Skull in the alley itself. They had the greenhouse glass that during the fireball scene had all exploded, and she had to get new glass imported. So I don't know what anybody wants to tell Tegan, but that's what you got. Unless you're going to send him to the bent nail with Gerhardt or the Steam and Steel.
You could go help your girlfriend.
Oh, right, the Blackstaff lady. How far away is
Blackstaff.
that tower from where I'm at?
I need the world map for that question. I believe it is another 40-minute, because I think it's southwest, and you guys are in the northeast section. It's a jaunt.
Did you say that through the ring, Adnan?
Yes.
Okay. Blackstaff, Feistel say that I'm heading to the Steam and Steel. I bet Blackstaff has mages enough to handle itself, but our friends don't. Bless you.
Could head towards Falla's. I'm heading towards Quartz Temple.
It's Tegan, that's a little over an hour. That tower's on the peninsula and over by the docks. That's quite a ways.
Right, well, I mean, I didn't really care much for her anyway, so she can burn.
We are making good progress here. Find another fire to fight.
Then I will start heading back towards the Troll Skull conflagration.
Sure.
And if I approach or see a fire, I'm gonna stop and direct Cornelius to, go and do all his awesome WWE wrestling, John Cena flying elbow moves to put out the fire.
Okay. Easy enough to do, because your bookstore's on the main street, and so you come out of your bookstore around the corner. The alleyway is Troll Skull, and at the end of the alley is the Corellan's Crown, Falla's place, the herbalist, just roaring in flame. So easy enough for you to redirect Cornelius down to that direction and start putting some shit out.
Cool. Yeah. I'm also going to be, keeping an eye out for, suspicious peoples. Tegan doesn't trust people.
If that's the case, isn't everybody suspicious?
Yes, that's why I keep everyone close.
In that case, you see a lot of suspicious people.
Fucking people.
Tegan's second shirt. Fucking people.
Here, here.
All right, well.
Daily, nightly.
Time frame wise, so it's going to be Feist and then the Porsche Adnan. Okay, so Feist coming around because you got the boots. You see Gerhardt just fucking directing people, just boom, boom, boom. You see the order that Barnabas was part of, like listening to him, just fucking just. They're used to taking orders, so he's just directing. Barnabas is like just still spinning and swirling water around inside these buildings, putting things out. Complaining about how this place had the best drinks, the best place to eat. This cannot burn down. It's been a staple of the city for 400 and more plus years. It will not burn. Feist, as you come around, you see that the steam and steel is just engulfed in flame.
Do I see Avian Embrick?
You do not. You see flames rolling out of windows. The front door's already burnt to cinders, flames rolling out.
Do I know where the living quarters is in this area?
It's attached to the business.
Up a high or lower?
It's behind it. So like the
Okay.
business is in front, and they usually close some larger shutters, and then from inside the business and then they go to the right where they have like their main door. The business like place itself, like the whole thing is open. Like they may have still been doing something, or they just hadn't closed yet for the evening. But flame is rolling out of all of that.
No magic left. Okay, I'm gonna go to where the living quarters are. Do I see like any form of break in? No. No, I'm not. First, where the fire brigade is flying around somewhere, can I like grab a bucket and shove a cloth of water in, like douse it in the bucket, wrap it around my snout, and then close Leviathan's helmet?
Yeah.
Okay. So I'll do that really quickly first, then I'm going to head back to where the living quarters are,
Okay.
and I'm going to see if there's a way I can get in.
I mean, yeah,
I
the
still have the
doors.
lion.
The doors burnt down. The windows are shattered. Flames are rolling out of both. You see the posts of the doors just burning. You can see inside the hallway, which I don't remember. No, you've been smithing here
I
with them for
spend
so
a
long.
ton of time.
The
Yeah,
the beautiful pink hallway is no longer beautiful and pink as it's rolling with flames up and along the walls. You can clearly see inside.
And Feist would do a quick perimeter check around the outside to see if they see them, yelling the whole time for Avian Embrick.
Bum, 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 bum. Give me a perception.
Ah, fuck.
Um. 11,
Magical
yeah.
guidance, wrong character.
Womp womp. 11, you don't see them, but you do know that there are windows on the backside of this place that are also broken out, flames coming out, and that it's a 2-story building.
Okay, so from what I know, having spent all that time smithing with Embrick, I would start. Feist would keep that wrapped around their face and then keep the boots on so they could attempt to move in and out of the space as they started to have trouble breathing. And they're going to go in and they're going to start trying to find them.
So, is Feist going in the front door, going in through a window, going up to the second story through a window? How is Feist going into this building that's in aflame?
At this time of day, where would they meet? It's an evening
I
kind
will
of thing.
tell
So
you
Feist
that
would know the smithy is closed.
I will tell you that the main floor has their lavatory, kitchen, and entertainment area, their lounge, and that the second floor was more their personal space.
Feist will start upstairs.
Okay, so you're activating the boots. There are 2 windows in the front of the building and 2 windows in the back of the building that you could choose from. So which window would you like to go into?
Back.
All right. And then left or right?
Left.
Okay. So you immediately going in. I say but it was already broken. You just kind of fly in. Give me a perception check.
And then I'm going to drop. So they're going to... because that would put them up high. They're going to try and get below the smoke since it rises to see if they can see better.
Sure.
As they're just as loud as they possibly can, because I'm sure it's really loud in here, just screaming for them. So perception? Did you say? I'm sorry.
Yes, perception check.
Okay. Duh.
Okay, and then I need a Constitution saving throw. I know you did all this stuff to drop down, so your DC is going to be lower, but you're still going into a flaming building.
Oh fuck.
So you, as soon as you get in and you land, you're looking around, you're yelling. What water was on that thing is just on your mask is just the heat is so intense that's in here. Like you are actively seeing the outside of Leviathan starting to glow. But you do hear Imbrick's voice from another room to your right. You don't understand what he said, but you would recognize that gruff voice anywhere after spending so long forging those gauntlets with him.
I'm gonna go find him.
Okay. As you keep Leviathan pushing beyond its metal limits, going around, going a little about 8 feet into the room, doorway to the right, which again, everything is collapsed. You just charge right on through. You see immediately to your right a smaller room that is completely engulfed in flames, and you can just make out a mannequin in the back wall. Probably a large dressing room, probably Avi's, just completely engulfed in flame. But you press on to the other room where there is this. You just break the door. Fuck it. Break down the door because that one wasn't burnt all the way yet. You're just full charge mode.
Feist is not stopping.
Yep.
Yep, Feist is not stopping. She hears her friends.
Yep. You get inside to this room, and you've never been inside here. I need you to make another Constitution saving throw with disadvantage, please. Because you failed that first one.
Control for
Control for disadvantage.
Control for disadvantage.
Yep. Okay. As you are pushing Leviathan past and into this heat, you're noticing that your mobility isn't as much as it used to be. Plates are fusing. The metal is getting hot enough to basically start fusing itself together. But you keep going. Inside this room, the only thing that really stands out is on the left-hand wall. There is what you could have only imagined to be a large, beautiful bed. However, all that seems to be left is the framework of it, and it was obviously some kind of metalwork because it's glowing orange, and it was a 4-poster. It was a little big. There were some attachments to it that you don't understand, like why were there chains? But whatever. You see, as you're looking past that in the far corner, you see Embrick huddled against the wall. Flames just all around him as he's like this, not facing you, just against the wall.
Yep, I know what's happening. Is there a window in this room?
Yes. That would have
Okay.
been the right window that you did not go into.
Okay. Feist is gonna go as they're there, just start kicking out the window, getting everything, getting everything like from the window and then down as low as they can get.
Okay.
Embrick, here, come this way. I'm assuming if Leviathan's glowing, I don't want to touch them.
I mean, that's up to you. As Leviathan is actively glowing, you are extremely warm, and a Leviathan is fusing together.
Yep.
Embrick, I will say that the flight mechanism no longer works.
Ah, shit.
But Embrick does turn, sees you, sees that you're like breaking the wall to make the space as big as possible.
Okay, Okay, wait, my brain's ticking. I have one first level spell. I have absorb elements. For this in an effort to try and cool Leviathan down so I can get the flight mechanism working. This may be a mythical token thing. Can I use absorb elements to kind of just shunt that energy out to or at least maybe funnel that into the boots so I can cool the mechanism down. It's cool Leviathan down enough that I can grab them and get them out. Do I have a mythical token? Is that wit? Did I goof that up?
I haven't imported the token into this world just yet,
Oh, okay.
and you should have one, I think.
Mhm.
So as you, I guess, cast your last spell, and so what happens as you know that like Leviathan has been changing ever since you started tinkering with Portia's arm, and there was kind of that strange metallurgy contact. That since then, it hasn't been quite the solid chunks of metal. It's been more smooth, more advanced designs, and you've learned a lot from whatever this is that seems to just keep growing to the point that, if you recall, like basically the from your uh, lower chest up almost to your waist is all this new metal. It's really only the from the waist down as the older, not as futuristic sci-fi armor. It's your typical J.C. Penney D&D plate mail looking thing, with some
How
flair
dare!
from Feist. Come on. But as you cast the absorb elements, those gemstones that you have been embedding every so often, you see them start to glow. And you just feel like this rush of energy, as it's almost like all of the oxygen for just a moment is sucked out. And all the flames are put out. Leviathan itself is still burning red, but you feel that whatever it is that absorbed, you're trying to redirect that into your boots and into the mechanism for flight. And you do. There is a massive explosion as you go flying and lose consciousness.
Oh no. Well,
In just before you do, because the force, you're going so fast, you've never once activated how fast Leviathan can go. You've never felt this before. It's just, but you're able to see just before the world goes black for you, Embrick jumping down with a blue figure in their arms.
okay. Worth it.
Gerhardt, you hear a explosion, and you notice that suddenly the seam and steel is no longer on fire.
And I assume that the natural flames that we've been combating are succumbing to our efforts to a large
Yes,
part.
the bent nail is almost put out.
In that case, I'm going to look around and see if I can find where Remy and the children have gotten off to.
So you are on. So if this is Troll Skull, right? You are on way over here on this side. So you'd have to go back.
Fine.
'Kay.
I'm going to give the command because my sergeants, my lieutenants, they've been doing all right. So I'll say, keep
Hard
going.
standing army.
And damn straight, it's the army of, AirSats
Yeah.
firemen. And I'm going to go look for Remy and the children.
It doesn't take you long. You just walk around the corner and you see Remy sit, well, normal height with the kids, just talking to them about nothing that's going on.
So
Distracting.
I'm going to come up in a very Gerhardt manner, go, I must speak with Remy, of course. Children, entertain yourselves. And like pull Remy aside and say, Remy, I think it is an important thing to understand that not all enemies have faces and that it doesn't take much to fight. If
Correct.
it is okay for the Junglinen to come along and perhaps move water from the well to a bucket, I think it might be good for them to fight.
If they would like to. What was the girl's name again? Was it Rose something or other?
It's in the
Can't remember
game
her name.
notes. Hang on. Bum, bum, bum. Rosetta. Rosetta
That's kinda right.
Brigham is Harvey's
Okay.
daughter.
Well, I will look at them and go, Marta Rosetta, do you want to help put the fire out?
Martin is still clocked out.
Okay. Then I will just keep going with distraction and go, I don't think that they're quite in the right frame of mind for that, Gare.
That is just fine. If they ever become so, let me know. And then
Of
I'm going to run back around and take back command of the army because we got fires to put out.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right, Portia, Adnan, well, Portia, you're gonna get there a little sooner than Adnan. Why don't both of you give me perception checks real quick?
It's a hot game today,
I guess
guys.
you both of you, just like Feist, you notice that there are other buildings on fire, but you really don't pay any attention. You've got a mission, and also the green lion's not stopping for anything. This is just as you guys are making your way through the streets, there is, chaos because there are buildings aflame. Portia, being the little faster, you see that the Temple of Court is aflame.
Because I know Adnan and Henry are right behind me, I just keep going until I get to the front of the temple. And do I see the priest?
You see quite a few people with large hammers just actively breaking the pillars that support the temple.
What? I find the nearest. What are you guys doing?
What do you mean, what are we doing? We're fighting the fire! Bring the building down. It can't burn anymore, can it? Ha ha!
Oh God.
I mean, that's actually kind of genius, really. Where's the high priest?
I don't know. Maybe inside still. It'll be much more fun for him to dig himself out.
And it's all on flame though, but they're
You see that
actively.
it's coming like out of windows and different doors and things. Like there's flames are rolling, but you also see that like they've got the outside perimeter. Like this is that they seem to be really good at breaking things.
Mm-hmm.
Like they're at position where maybe a couple more hits and then they all hit the same time and the outer walls are going to collapse and probably bring this whole thing down.
I look around for any recognizable priests because if they want to bring the building down, who am I to stop them? Like that makes them their hearts happy. It's not,
Sure. Give me an investigation roll. I mean, you see a bunch of people that are wearing like emblems of Cord, but the Temple of Cord doesn't have like a real hierarchy. And what I mean by that is usually they fight every week for who's in charge the next week. And you
Okay.
haven't been here for a while to participate in those fights. So you're not
Right.
really sure who the leader is right now. Um, hard to say.
Okay. And even with that role, like even just kind of watching, I can't decipher who's in charge this week.
I'm looking around. There's no one person sitting back giving orders. They're all like
They're
either
all swinging down
punching
the road.
or headbutting or taking a charge and shoulder. They're all doing something to physically destroy this temple, and they are laughing about it. Like they're actively taking bets on who can break their side first and whose side's going to collapse the quickest. Like they're hard up in destroying the temple.
Okay. So then, while they're in the process of destroying the temple, Lisa, who am I? I imagine I've been here enough that I'm just like not even bothered by it either. I'm gonna find a corner of like, is there like a courtyard?
Yeah.
I'm gonna find a corner of the courtyard that's safer
Okay.
from the flame
Yeah.
and from the building, from the temple coming down.
Sure.
And I'm going to sit, and I am going to start to pray
Okay.
to Cord. In my head, this has now become a battle, and I need Cord's help.
Okay. What? Why don't you whisper
you're
me
gonna
what
ask
your
me?
prayer is?
Okay.
And I'll say that about 3 or so minutes into your prayer, because again, that's just the difference in the speed between the two, is your lion with Adnan. Also, your flight is gone. Between everything and the talking, the sitting, and the going, it's been your hour. So Adnan, you come up. You see Portia off to the courtyard, Leaf in their lap. They are their heads bent down, their eyes are closed. They're just kind of softly like brushing Leaf's hair, and you see people of all different sizes and shapes and colors and races all around the Temple of Cord, actively attempting to destroy it, laughing, making bets about it.
I'm out of the lion's mouth.
Yeah.
I'll go over by Portia and Leaf. Boy, I don't really know what to do. I see Portia praying. Fuck it, I'll just start screaming help.
Okay. You scream help, and a guy walks or kind of jaunts over to you with a massive hammer in hand, big barrel chested, just sweat pouring down him, big grin on his face, obviously wearing a symbol of cord as a necklace and a amulet. He comes over and he goes, "What do you need? Need a good workout? Want to swing the hammer? We're trying to break our temple."
No, brother. I need your help. This man's got a curse, and it needs to be removed. It's not one that you can use a
Curse?
hammer on.
Oh, I beg to differ.
I'm fairly positive you cannot use a hammer on this one. We need some divine intervention here. And knowing
Well,
that you guys are the best clerics in the city of Waterdeep, we knew that we had to get him here as soon as possible because you are our only hope.
I think you heard wrong, friend. I don't know if there's any clerics. We got some fighters, a couple of paladins. Well, they say they're paladins. Got a monk. I just like to hit things and get angry.
I understand. I like to hit things too. But this isn't a hitting situation. Who's the...
Can't you
Who's
just
the-
hit the curse? Just beat
If
it
you-
until it's gone.
Well, find the curse and hit it.
Okay.
Not him. The
You said he's
curse.
cursed. Hit the curse.
No, his weapon's cursed. It's trying to take him over.
Is this
Listen.
an innuendo thing? Is his dick taking him over?
I
I don't see a
understand what you're
weapon,
saying.
is what I'm saying. Unless he's got something in his pants.
That's a strong possibility. I don't really know all the ins and outs of that. Is there someone who's in charge here?
That's my week.
Lucky us. Well, I found the right person then. You're
Yeah!
exactly who can help us.
Exactly. I could just beat the curse right out of him with this here hammer.
Maybe there's something that you and Cord could do together to get rid of the curse, other than hit my friend.
Well, right now we're trying to reconsecrate the temple. I'm not sure if you know this or not, but it's on fire.
Yeah, I see that.
And we
Our
didn't
place was
start
on-
it this time. There's a big explosion underground. In fact, I haven't heard something like that since, it's been a few months, and some kind of copper tub thing. That was weird. Some naked girl came out of that one, though. I didn't see any naked girls come out of this explosion.
No, they don't. You're right about that. We found what works best to put fires out is water. That worked just fine and dandy at our place that was on fire.
Oh,
20 minutes
guys!
ago.
We should have used water!
Yes, fire, yes.
We were just trying to smother it. Bring the temple down.
That's what you do with things you love, you smother them, I know. But in this situation, that's not going to work. We tried everything we could. I don't
You sure
think
it's not going to
violence-
work?
Do you have like some like a
How
a wi-
about
a
this?
wizard-
If it works, I use my hammer to beat the curse out of your friend.
How about this? If you can keep my friend alive and remove the curse and make him better, I will handsomely reward you with some gold coin.
Man, you said a lot of big words there. Keep him alive.
Yes.
I told you I'd get angry and hit things. I'm pretty sure I can just beat the curse out of him.
I will find you someone that you can hit all you want if you save my friend.
This guy here who's cursed, and you don't want me to beat it out of him.
Nope, not at all.
I think you're at the wrong temple, friend.
Nope. My friend here, she said, you guys are the best.
Don't you need like some Sayanine or something? Some huggy, kissy, feely shit?
Are you saying you don't know what to do?
I'm saying I could beat the curse out of him if that's what you want. I don't know if he'll survive it. I don't know what kind of curse it is. I can't guarantee he's gonna live. Not very many things do when hit with this
She
maul.
can tell you about the curse. She knows all about it.
She seems like she's. Wait a
Way
minute.
To your
Is that Portia? That's the
Yes.
naked girl came out of the tub.
We're gonna have to talk later.
All right. I got a temple to
own-
bring down. I'll be right back.
I'll take care of your temple. You come over here and take care of my guy. How about that? I will go over to his temple.
Told you I gotta break it down. What? No. You won't even look. You know what? Here, if you can lift this hammer, I'll let you go get the last hit in.
I have to lift your hammer.
That's right.
I don't
Lift
need
the
a
hammer, and you can go get the last hit in and bring the temple down. As
I
he
don't
says that, I need you and Portia to go ahead and give me active perception checks, please. Okay. As he sets this things down and he's turning and he's pointing, actually both of you from the north, you see this red something coming from the sky, slam into the temple, and the temple just completely collapses.
So as I'm catching that, I'm going Shazam!
Oh man! Give me a deception
What-
roll with advantage.
You said a deception roll?
Deception roll with advantage. That's right.
While he's doing that, do I recognize what this
Oh,
thing
fuck.
is?
Nah.
You said with advantage?
Advantage.
Yep. With advantage. Roll again.
All right, wait a minute.
Fucking dice ate everyone today.
This is a day. This is a fucking day.
Let's keep our fingers crossed at this.
Oh man, he's
Usually
going again. Okay.
I'm usually okay with deception.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Well, we've only been one roll, so which is the first roll for 19. Okay. As he turns and sees us, you're like Shazam! He looks down at you. He goes, "How did you do that?" He just lifts back up his hammer. Guys, by the way,
Tries to
fire's
cut you out completely.
the fire's completely out. He says that he forced the star down to smash the temple. It's a miracle of cord done through this man.
Just tip my hat and I say skill sets. Now that the temple's taken care of, can we focus on helping my friend without killing him?
No. It's the whole not killing him thing. I don't know what's got him. I can beat it out of him, but if it's got claws in, could take him with.
Is there anything around here that will help my friend? Anything at all that you can think of?
We can put him out of his misery. Put a weapon in his hand, died in battle. He'll go to court.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know why the naked lady had us come here. Didn't you guys help me when I had a curse? You helped someone that had a curse. I know. I remember. We were here.
The naked lady.
The naked lady, yeah, okay. So, what you did to get the curse out of her, can you do that to him?
Well, you see, that was in a purified room inside the destroyed temple.
Was the room in the basement?
Where the explosion happened.
So why don't you guys just dig it out, lickety split, take him down in there, boom bada bing. Next thing you know, Bob's your uncle and he's fine.
How did you know Bob's my uncle? Man, Cord tells you a lot of things.
It's a skill set I have. It's unique.
Huh.
Cord doesn't tell me much. She tells the naked lady a whole lot of things, but she keeps a lot of it to herself.
That's no way to be. Gotta say
Yes,
it out
this is.
loud to be proud.
That's what I say too, but different people,
Well,
different minds.
we're gonna go have a drink. We'll get around to fixing that temple. You might want to go. Again, there's a bunch. It's Waterdeep. I mean, there's like you spit. There's the temple.
Where's the next closest temple?
Center of the town, Bahamut.
Portia? Your turn, dear. I don't speak their language.
I'm just praying at this.
Oh no,
Praying.
you're not. I am visibly interrupting you.
That's rude. I was praying.
It is. Yep. Pray time's over here.
Very rude.
Tegan sounds like Boss's uncle, brother, Stefan.
So this guy here, I forget what his name is. He's in charge this week, so he's all about swinging. He is actually pretty good in a fight and hard to beat. He's whooped my ass a couple times. So that means he doesn't know anything about the purified room, and so he's in charge till the next fight, which only Cord knows when. And let me finish up my prayers real quick. You were here. What happened? They took me down to the room, and then what happened?
Apparently, you got naked and came out.
She was birthed all over again.
That's really all that sticks in my mind is you emerging from the tub naked.
Yeah, that's not all that happened. I don't know. We can try Bahamut, but let me finish. But Bahamut's not my god either.
I am out of ideas. I am just pulling out my lute and I am strumming along to a nice little melody singing Jeremiah was a bullfrog.
Jeremiah was a bullfrog.
Okay.
And there I thought it'd be Oodalali.
It might transition into Kumbaya for Leaf as he starts to give the ghost up.
Golly, what a day, indeed.
Okay.
Just wait. Just let me keep trying this real quick. Just before we.
I'm not going anywhere. I'm just gonna play some sad, somber music.
Thank you. And I go back to my begging.
Okay.
I think I don't know how long I'd sit there doing begging, but for a little bit anyway.
Okay.
I'd probably start crying at some point.
Adnan, why are you crying?
Because I'm gonna lose another friend.
Wait a minute, Adnan. You can get into his head.
Already tried it.
Really? Are you fucking serious right now? Why we got the death music going?
He's playing a sad, somber melody. I put on the sad, somber melody.
I can't. My anxiety just went through the absolute roof. I hate this song. What do you mean you tried already? Can't you try again? What? There's got to be a way we can get in his head and help him.
So, I'll put it to you like this: Leaf is a very strong person, and his mind and magical powers are well beyond those that I have mastered at this point. I was lucky enough just to get from him that we needed to run if it takes over. There's a lot of static, there's a lot of force there to try to fight through, and I wasn't able to do it. This is the best I got.
Henry, do you know how he got in my head last night?
The lion talks?
Yes.
Henry
Or
will
deer?
ask you, what do you mean?
At one point, everything just froze, and it was like I don't know if time froze or if he was in my head. But when he took red from me, everything around us just stopped, like he was in my head.
The jade stoned lion will look at you. And it doesn't say this out loud.
Okay.
Your prayers seem to not be responded to.
Okay. I take another tactic and when I whisper to Leaf. I no
Okay.
longer whisper to Leaf. I start talking to Red.
Okay.
And I need a minute to think of exactly what I'm gonna say.
Okay.
But I start going after Red. It's like my last Hail Mary. I go after Red. And I
All
have
right.
to pee. I'm sorry.
Go for it.
But give me a minute
Sure.
to think of what I'm gonna say to Red.
Easy enough. Tegan, you have successfully put the fires out of the plant store.
Yay! Didn't never. I mean, usually I'm the one who makes fire, not puts fire out. So
I feel like it
um,
feels wrong for you.
it is very, very wrong. Like I'm probably gonna have to talk to somebody after this. I'm going to find somebody familiar. I'm assuming Gerhardt or Remy is going to be close by.
Oh yeah,
Yes, no.
she's around the corner. Yep, with the kids still.
Yeah. So, about how long has it been since I went to the tower?
I'm gonna say even with the water elemental, it took you about 20 minutes to put that fire out.
Okay, right. So I've got a little bit of time left with him before he,
Yes.
So I'm gonna come around and I'm gonna instruct him to put fires out that he finds, any of the fires,
Okay.
I'll point and be like, assist, help, put out fires. And then I'm gonna ask Gerhardt, the fuck's going on? Where's everyone at? And yeah, kind of. We'll start there.
Yeah, so we have been attacked. And not only us, but everyone that has ever helped us at all has ever been attacked. That is what is going on. And it is with fire, and it is magical fire, and it must be doused all at once completely. And then you can fight the fire like normal fire, like we are doing here. Ah! There, move to the next wall. Of course.
Okay.
So I would recommend, if you can find a fresh fire, one that has not been fought before, to go and douse completely. If you cannot, then help here. Help where you can.
So putting out fires, that's, obvious, right? But, do we have injured anywhere? Anyone that needs, I don't know, not putting out a fire, but possibly, healed?
We have several. Of course, there is Leaf, who is having a problem of his own. And perhaps maybe also possessed. And there are, and I gesture like vaguely towards the like massive individuals with wounds.
Bandages all over
There are
themselves.
There are these, of course, over here who need help, and I cannot help them except by hands.
By pants.
By hands, I am out. I can't do anything else.
What do you mean you're out of pants? You've got pants on, man.
You've
been
have enough.
too much smoke. Way too much smoke you've inhaled.
It is not the pants. You understand? It is the hands. But it is fine. I cannot cast any more magic to help.
Oh, you're out of magic juice. Okay.
Yeah.
Easy. Who is the, I'm gonna look around just real quick. And is there anybody that is severely injured?
Around you guys, on the opposite side where the Bit Nail and the Steam and Steel are,
where's
so people,
the Amy and it's Embrick, not Amy and Embrick.
It's funny you say that, actually, because as you're looking around, you see where there is people who have obviously already been helped. They've got bandages of some kind on, and you see Barnabas still manipulating water around and listening to Gerhardt because he's like, "Oh, I didn't see that one. Ha ha!" Just, redirecting water as he's being told to. Coming around the corner, you see Embrick carrying Avi. And Embrick is of fire-ish. He's some kind of a humanoid that just manipulates fire. His hair's usually on fire. But as he gets closer to you, you can see that even his skin is blackened and cracked and charred. And he's carrying Avi, who seems like they've lost a lot of their sustenance, their selves, as though they were evaporated by flames. They seem a little withered. But Embrick just obviously came home. He doesn't know what to do. He's just arbitrarily walking.
Right.
And so this is what you see.
All right. So I'm gonna spin and I'm gonna holler at Gerhardt. I said, Gerhardt, with me, and I'm gonna run towards Embrick's the guy standing, right?
Yes. Embrick is the fire genasi.
Evie's the girl. Evie.
Avi's the one who wears dresses but is male. They're both men.
All right, cool. So the one that's not standing.
Yep.
All right.
Avi's blue. Embrick is red. The blue one.
That's easy to remember. Blue and red.
The blue one.
Just say that. Okay. Gerhardt, grab some towels, and help me, and we're gonna run to the red one.
Okay.
And I'm gonna have him. I'm gonna take the blue one from him, and lay him down on the ground. Right. Right. And I want to. I mean, is Avi still breathing?
Give me a medicine check.
I'm gonna do fancy magical. Like I'm gonna just check.
Yeah, give me a medicine check.
Medicine
I'm
check.
gonna
I'm
help
really
with
bad.
that medicine.
Go for it. So Tegan, roll with advantage. Because Gerhardt's helping.
Fuck yeah, man. Look at that. Tegan knows shit today.
Avi is breathing.
Cool. I'm going to. I'm gonna
mythical
cast
token worked.
I'm gonna cast a spell.
Okay.
But I have to have a target for this.
Yeah, target Silas. You don't like him.
Targeting Silas. And I'm gonna cast Life Transference.
Ooh. Okay.
So it's actually I take the 14 damage.
Sure.
And heal 28 damage.
Right. So I'll take
Maybe I should have targeted myself on that.
It's all good. I'll take the 14 off of you. No big deal. So as you focus this energy out of you and kind of grimace a little in pain as you redirect that life force into Avi, you see Avi gain weight as though they're not quite so dehydrated, as though they're they're of water elemental that was just in a raging fucking inferno. Avi opens their eyes. And as soon as that happens, as soon as Avi opens their eyes, Embrick collapses on the ground.
Oh, come on, you fucking wuss. Stand back up.
As he does, you see the complete backside of him is nothing but black, cracked, charred flesh.
Well, I'm going to go ahead and burn my very last spell slot and cast Cure Wounds at level 2.
Okay.
I don't have a target, but I'll just burn it.
Yeah, give it to Silas.
Where is my boy Silas? I don't even see him. Oh, there he is.
Yeah,
Oh, look at him.
How do you miss that guy?
It's right under the game paused for me.
Oh, here, sorry.
Okay, come on, let me last spell slot I have.
Nice. Okay. So you do heal him, but you obviously know this is gonna require some time, some salves. This is a fire genasi who is normally resistant to fire. You've seen him handle hot molten things out of the forge he's made without problem. So for him to be scarred like this from flames just hints as to the intense heat that was there. They're both breathing. They seem to be stable. Embrick still is just, at this point, kind of just sleeping on the ground right now. But better than he was moments ago. You can obviously tell he clearly pushed himself beyond any kind of limits to get this far. And as soon as Avi opened their eyes, all that tension of saving Avi released, and then that's what caused him to go. The bent nail, the fires are completely out. As far as the Troll Skull Alley itself, all fires seem to have been put out, controlled. there might be some residual smoldering that people with buckets are still going at. But once that last fire goes out, granted the situation is kind of stressful and terrible, the people are kind of excited and congratulating each other and saying, we fucking saved it. As much as we could anyway. And they're like, Gerhardt! 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 Gerhardt!
Is it very easy to see where other places are burning, like against the night sky?
In the distance, you can see that there are others. Yes.
Okay.
Gerhardt, where are the others at? Where's Adnan and Parsha? And where's Feist?
I have no idea. And then I'm going to address the crowd. Here is the thing. We have done well. We have saved this. We have done exactly as we should. Now, I am going to go over there. If you want to come with me, that is a fire that needs fighting. We will douse it. We will take care of it, either by myself or with you all. Anyone who wants, come with. And I'm just gonna fucking book it. Because Gerhardt's a firefighter.
Gerhardt's a firefighter.
Must be those special pants he has on.
It's the special pants.
Nice. I wish I had pants like that, I'm more of a robe guy, let them air out and... I mean, in a fire, that's like a bad broil.
Yeah, and
I mean, you could ring the bell for him.
As you are having this talk, there a griffin lands and looks around, fishes through their side pouch, pulls out a envelope, hands it over to Barnabas, and that griffin is gone again as the rider gets back and takes off. Barnabas unfolds this, reads it, and he goes, "Well, Albie, was not expecting that. The
Spit it
orders
out,
on
man. Come on.
the order of my order's on fire. Why?
Your what's on fire?
The order of the Magists and Protectors, the investigators of the city, where headquarters is a flame.
Then you should go handle that. It's how
Yeah.
far?
Yeah.
Center North End. Are you guys all okay here?
Yeah, we are fine. We are going to fight more. Go take care of it. We'll get you.
Seth, you stay. You've got stuff left. Help Gerhardt. He and a few of the others start. He's a fat guy, so he doesn't exactly run, but he's hobbling as fast as he can. So Seth from the Order of the Magists and Protectors looks to you, Gerhardt. So, where to? I've got a few things left I can do.
Right, then come with me. We're going to the next fire down. And I'm going to take off towards whatever fire looks closest against the sky.
Give me an investigation check.
Absolutely, and with pleasure.
Okay. Northeast looks to be the closest.
That's it. Follow me. We go. And to
Gerhardt and the
northeast
fire
we go.
brigade start heading
Damn
northeast. I will say that as you're heading that direction, and you're kind of looking around at things. Collectively, maybe all of you would see some of this happening, but as you are seeing more and more griffins flying through the air, they seem to be having something in their claws as they're flying around. And they get so far, they get just above a burning building, and they seem to let go of half, and just a bunch of water just splashes down as they reach back, pull whatever it is that they've got, as they're flying back over to the ocean, filling up little, small containers, if you will, some kind of canvas, and the griffins are now actively trying to help put out fires with water from the ocean.
Fucking pants. They're filling up pants. That's what's happening right
Yeah, they took Gerhardt's pants.
Gerhardt's pants.
They were so big because he had so much to fill and do by himself that the Griffin writers were like, you know what, we can just take slivers of these pants and help. And Gerhard was like, you're welcome.
That's right. I mean, it's like they've been painted on his ass, let alone been, watertight and all.
This is Waterdeep's ass.
That's terrible.
Well, I guess I'm going to I'm gonna follow Gerhard as I met ask into the ring where the fuck everyone is. Actually, no, I'm gonna be roll call, make sure everyone's still alive.
Cool. Feist, I need a Constitution saving throw with disadvantage, please. Feist, you hear this and can respond. However, you have no idea where you are, and you cannot move. Your best guess is that your armor has super cooled and has solidified. Because you can't wiggle fingers, you can't move shoulders, you can't even eject. But you're alive. You're somewhere. It's a little dark. Though you do hear cheering. Like muffled. Like you're buried in something. And there's a bunch of cheering.
It's not verbal. Do we have to talk?
You can whisper and respond.
Okay. Oh, good. So you hear very quietly and raspy over the ring. Injured, can't move. I don't know where I'm at.
All right, so Adnan, Portia, do you respond to Tegan's roll call?
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, Tegan, apparently all you get is a yes.
Absolutely. Par for the course with this group, it seems like, right? So,
Did you say roll call or did you say roll call and location?
yes.
I'll respond back with, yeah, I'm here and you know who I am.
Yes, I know where he's at, and I saw Remy, so I know Remy's all right. And I guess I heard from Adnan and Parsha, I heard a sad melody and then a grunt, so that's obviously Adnan and Parsha. And I could only assume that the other voice I heard was the, garbage can. And it sounds like the garbage can's stuck in the garbage can and needs to be, ungarbage canned. So Feist, where are you? Can you tell me where you're at? Can you tell any of us where you're at? Does anybody have eyes on Feist?
Feist went to Bahamut.
Can I see? Is the faceplate, like, are the eyes still functioning? Can I see out of the faceplate?
You see that you're buried under something. You don't know what.
Okay.
You can't identify objects around you. You cannot move your head. You can move your eyes within the helmet, but the helmet and everything's fused together. You can't move. So what you get is that you're clearly buried underneath some kind of stone, but you don't know where you're at.
I'm buried under stone somehow. I hear cheering. I went to this Steam and Steel. It was on fire. Did Avi and Embry get to you? Where are they? I saw them get out the window.
Yeah, Avian, the red, red and blue are okay. Gerhardt and I took care of red and blue. They're safe.
Okay, I'm somewhere around there then. I went to get them out. Buried under something.
Maybe someone can help us with Leaf right now. I think
Oh,
Portia's
you have Leaf with you? Oh, I couldn't guess because when I asked for a fucking roll call, all I got was dumb, sad songs, and that's all I heard. So I didn't know where the fuck you were. If Leaf don't got no ring, so I don't know what's going on there.
yeah,
Ugh.
I was caught up in the moment of watching Leaf die. Right now, Portia's praying over him.
Okay, so where are you at?
Get Feist first.
We're at the Temple of Cord, or the location formerly known as the Temple of Cord.
Why are you at the Temple of Cord?
It was Portia's idea. She said that they could cure Leaf because he's
Oh, for
cursed.
fuck's sake, you took a dying man to a temple of guys of jackasses who swing hammers. Oh, for Jesus Christ. I thought I was a fucking idiot. Gerhardt, can you get to the temple and get Leaf? We gotta get him to Bahamut. We gotta get him to a real healer, not to these hammer swinging shitbags. And then I'm going to, keep talking to Feist and say, Feist, can you make loud noise? I don't see you. And I'm gonna look around the Steam and Steel area to see if she's underneath rubble or something.
Okay.
I'll yell.
Feist, are you going to make loud noises?
Oh yeah, I'm yelling, Tegan! Over here! Tegan!
Okay. All right.
Feist, don't yell into the ring,
I was
okay?
not yelling
Because
in the
then I'm
ring.
still gonna hear you no matter where you're at.
Feist was not yelling in the ring. Feist was just yelling out loud.
I think we heard you down here at Cord.
Well, they inhaled a bunch of smoke, so you know what? If they can get all that noise out, good on them. They're still alive.
Yeah, she's
Feist,
talking,
roll
she's
me just a
breathing.
d20.
Uh-oh.
Just regular old d20.
Yeah, I've been doing so good on that. Right down the middle. Perfect.
It's 10 minutes of air left.
Tegan, I need you to roll a d20, please.
I don't know why I did two. We'll keep.
Oh, the first one's a 16. That's one we always keep. The first one. No big deal. For Adnan and Portia, Adnan, as you're strumming along, at this point the cat's like laying down, and I mean it's it's not trying to eat people. It's kind of cool. And after all the people of Cord are cheered after this thing collapsed, you see that a few of them were like actively climbing on top of the rubble and going through things, and you see like they're throwing things around, and it's they're just being loud fucks, but they're moving a bunch of shit. Feist, you're starting to see bits of light as things of rubble are being moved, and as this one large piece of stone is moved, you look up and you see Tegan just manhandling all this stone and throwing it around, and he like just reaches down. And what do you do, Tegan?
I will. I mean, first of all, does the armor still look red fucking hot?
Nope.
I'm gonna grab the armor and just like He-Man Hulk, pick it up, set it down next to me, and look to see if there's a like an ejection button, an exit hatch, a door, a hinge.
So as you pull all this thing up and out, and I assume Feist is gonna say something.
I mean, they're
'Cause-
probably a little startled by the fact that Tegan actually has the strength to manhandle a tin can full of trash out of a hole. So,
Never discount Tegan. Tegan's got high stats.
you know, I don't discount Tegan. I doubt Tegan.
That's fair.
So Feist is a little shocked by that, but also they're very stuck. Like, so they're just, I don't know how they would respond.
But there is something, right? So
Yeah,
that
it's
Tegan
fused.
knows he's not picking up just some kind
Yeah,
of
a
random
dead
metal
body.
statue, that
Oh,
it's
they'll
you.
squawk. Ah!
Okay.
There,
So
squawk.
Tegan,
It's
you
fused, Tegan. I don't know how to. It's not letting. It got too hot. I can't get it. I can't get it open.
yeah, Tegan, as you're looking at this, you've never seen a suit of armor in one piece before, like a statue, and there's clearly a person inside this statue thing.
Is there like
Why is he on it? This is not a jellyfish wound.
Gotta cool it off.
It's already cool. I don't need to be peed on.
So how do you normally get in and out of this? I'm gonna ask.
It responds to thought. You just pull it open up here. Well, up at the shoulder blades. The breastplate comes
shoulder
apart and
blades?
opens.
Then I'm gonna inspect and look at the shoulder blade area, and if I can see a spot where it looks like two panels had fused, I'm going to concentrate, focus, and judo fucking chop.
Give me a investigation roll.
Multi-classed into monk?
Oh, Tegan is no monk. There you go.
Investigation.
Oh, an emergency
Here.
relief button on the R stairs there now. Okay. Right. Right.
It's right under the tail.
Oh, my battery's
Let's see
dying
where the
on my
paint
headset.
is. Is
Hang
that
on.
it? Is it the paint button?
I gotta change the
It's-
battery in my headset.
Like reverse taint. You gotta go the other way.
Hmm. Well. Oh man. Oh man. Adnan knows more about that than I would. Shaving his butthole and all that, but
Why does Adnan shave his butthole?
well, you know what they say: he who cleans his house is expecting visitors.
Well, but what does that have to do with Adnan's butthole?
Sorry about that. So you can, not being a professional metallurgist, but familiar with a thing or two. You actually do not see any sort of seams around the area that they're talking about. You do see where metal fused together around the seams below the waist. But from the waist up, it looks like one complete solid piece of metal. And it's smooth. Unlike from the waist down, which it just looks like steel folded over on itself. It seems like it's two different metals. It's very unique. And you see no seams. In fact, you don't see where there could have ever been any kind of joints or anything for this to be able to move. However this fused together, I mean, probably fucking magic.
Yeah, it's probably fucking magic.
If anybody knows magic.
Well, yeah, of course Leviathan's magic. I built them that way. They're powered armor. I didn't know they could get that hot to fuse it. Why was the fire that hot?
Good question. Fires they get hot. So, that happens. I don't know much about fires, other than they're hot
That
and
seems to be.
they melt things and they
But at
burn things,
certain
and it looks like they've
temperatures.
melted your armor.
As you are having this discussion here, there's a couple people, Tegan, that are obviously helping with moving rubble and things. There's this one burly guy that comes over with a big maul. He goes, "Ha ha, brother, what did you find? This is where that meteor crashed down." Oh my lord, the meteor is a person?
Oh my god.
Is it
was
Cord
like-
reincarnated?
No, I'm afraid it's not Cord reincarnated. It's a friend of mine,
Are we?
and they're trapped inside the metal armor.
Oh,
Im-
want me to break it?
No,
Break it open.
not that I'm doubting your abilities to swing the big hammer stick of yours, but maybe more of a delicate touch.
You could be delicate with a big maul like this.
I don't think so. I really don't think so. Have you seen seagulls crush clams to try and get inside? The insides get all squishy.
Listen, person inside Cord's blessing, you'll be fine. Cord'll save you.
What? Do I know what a cord is? Oh no, I do know cord because of Portia.
Because of Portia.
Oh
yeah.
no. Why are you here?
Cord not like dragonkind, or am I thinking of something else?
The thing is something else. Cord is all about battle. You are to fight
Right.
you are allowed to fail and lose, but not allowed to give up, never allowed to surrender, always fight.
Cord is the high school jock club. Gotcha.
Yes.
Yep.
100%.
Mhm.
100%. Awesome. Right. I'd fit right
Fighting
in.
and storms. Lightning and thunderstorms. They say that sound is Cord beating somebody's face in.
Wait, you're really strong, right? Right? Cord person? I can't see you.
Yes, Cord blessing. I am the strongest this week.
Okay. Can you help my friend Tegan? You said Embrick? You saw Embrick?
I
Is
did.
he awake? Is he
Did?
okay?
I guess.
Because Embrick might be able to help you guys get me out of this armor. Because if he's at least conscious, he might be able to assist in a way that maybe he won't crush me, but might get the armor open.
Okay. Where's the rest of your friends?
Me?
No, I'm talking to the other garbage
Oh.
can that's standing here melted before me.
Well, where are the rest of my friends? You guys, Portia and Adnan went to go to Cord's temple. I don't know. Gearhart was, wrestling up a small army the last time. I
The
saw him.
naked lady! Yeah!
Why
You
she
know
naked?
of the naked lady. We are at Cord's temple.
Oh, is that where
talking
we're
nasty
at?
lady.
We're at Cord's temple
Have you
right
seen
You're-
the naked lady?
Yes, she's actually right over there. She has this big green cat and some guy who's playing really sad music. They got some
What?
little elf thing with a curse. They didn't want me to beat the curse out of him.
now? Why did they
Can't
bring him
imagine why.
here? Why wouldn't they
can't
take him to
imagine why.
Bahamut? They said they were going to Bahamut.
I don't know. Are
I
you
don't
sure you
know.
don't want me to break you out?
I'm not sure
Not
anymore.
yet. Not yet.
Do
And
I hear
is
this?
that Imbrick from the Steam and Steel?
Yes.
I like him. He can hold his liquor. And he can take a punch. But when he punches, it burns. In fact, that's where he's going to show a scar, not to anybody who can see it. That's where this came from. It's got a bit of a melted scar flesh thing going on there. Adnan, you're across the way, like you're in the courtyard across the way with Portia. They're in the rubble of the temple. So you don't hear any of this yet. You don't see any of this. You don't hear any of this yet. They haven't come out of the center of where Kord's blessing destroyed the rest of the temple.
Gotcha.
I'm just gonna, keep looking over the suit of armor and, tapping every so often on it. See if there's a weak spot.
Yeah. Give me another investigation roll.
Can I help him, considering I know the makeup of my armor, so I would know maybe where he might be able to find a seam?
Hey!
Is it-
Oh. Card's camera just went weird. Sure. You know what? Tegan, roll another one.
I was about to say, please tell me I found the taint ejecto button.
as Feist is kind of pointing, well, verbally pointing in the directions of. Okay, so Tegan, as you're going, you've already looked over this once. It's all fused together. Again, some bits are layered over each other. The lower half looks, in your professional fire expert opinion, weaker than the top part, but you don't really see any way where it opens or comes apart. Like it looks like one solid fucking piece.
Like if I grab her by the legs and pick her up and
The
shake
whole,
her upside down,
yeah,
nothing.
Nothing. It's like a solid piece.
Well, I mean, you're fucked.
Yeah, you're telling me.
So, we breaking this egg?
No. You are Tegan.
I mean, I really don't see another way in.
I think we need to take it to if Embrick is conscious, he can help us figure out how to crack it open without killing me. Maybe you should stay and help Adnan and Portia do whatever. I don't know why they're here, but maybe stay and help them, and I can get him to carry me back to Embrick. See, that or he crushes me. So you know what happens to metal? It dents. It doesn't necessarily crack. I don't know how hot this metal got and whether or not that's tempered it enough. Chris is judging every word I'm saying right now to make it brittle enough to crack, or whether or not it would just dent.
Now listen, this here mall was made by Embrick. Things break, they don't dent. We're gonna get you out of there.
Yeah,
No
things break,
problem.
like me.
You are blessed by Cord. You will survive. I'm sure of it.
Why am I blessed by? Why am I? I don't even know
I mean, it might
Cord.
be best if you just went limp and, tried to absorb the blow when it hits.
You know, the last time this happened, I let somebody rip my heart out and collapse my rib cage. I lived, but I wasn't happy about it. So I don't think so.
So you'll survive! Excellent. And he's gonna just reach down and pull. Look at that! Look at that, brother! It's just one solid piece. At this point, Adnan and Portia, you can see just glints of this shiny thing constantly moving up and down in the rubble of the temple. Oh, hang on. You said the naked lady was your friend. Let's go to the naked lady.
Okay. Let's go talk to the naked lady.
Let's go talk to the naked. I mean, nothing bad ever happened by going and see a naked lady with a, shiny metallic object that's fused in one position. Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. You know what? She's not naked anymore, but she was.
Oh, that's good.
That was a
What?
while ago, actually. Yeah, anyway. And he's just lumbering over and through, and Adnan, your cord friend, is heading your direction with the shiny object. Now, Feist, I need you to give me a Constitution saving throw. It's gonna be straight roll. You would normally have disadvantage, but I feel bad for you. It's gonna be straight roll. As Adnan, as your friend is, thank God for you. As your friend, I lose that term very loosely, is walking over, he is waving this metal object in the air, and he's
By the
yelling,
tail?
"I got Cord's blessing!" as he's lumbering
Oh
himself
my god.
over to you. And Feist, you have to do your best not to just hurl inside the contraption that you're in, and you succeed. Your saving throw. Great job.
I'm gonna curse you and your whole family!
As he gets
Ed.
closer to you and he sets this thing down, you look at it and you hear Feist saying, "I'm gonna curse your whole family."
That just leaves Adnan with one thing to do. Throw my hands up the air towards Cord and say thank you for answering my prayer and bringing an angel down to help our friend.
Angel.
I will start.
Angel! And the other
God.
acolytes, Cord's angel.
Brothers, I need your help. We must crack open Cord's angel.
Oh my god. I will end your life, Adnan. As soon as I'm free.
Adnan.
Well, I would, but the angel already requested Embrick to be a little bit more gentler about it.
See what
Just
I'm
like
telling
you didn't want me to beat the curse out of your friend, this thing doesn't want me to beat it out of this eggshell it's in.
Right. We can't kill everything. We need to coax it out.
Adnan,
You're
if
not gonna
you
die.
say anything, I'm gonna let him beat you to death with Leviathan.
He can't be angry at me. I'm the one that summoned Cord's angel.
What?
You
What
are
do you
Cord's
mean?
angel.
What are you talking about?
Ah!
Dirt.
Oh my freaking Jiminy Christmas, Tegan, that is fantastic.
I feel like I need to make a t-shirt of just some half-wit with a giant mace or hammer holding Feist garbage can upside down, and it just says Kobold Ordnance Reconnaissance Device.
Please do. I will buy it and wear it. That's hilarious.
It's just got like a
Oh, man.
shooting star on the front, just
The more you know.
no.
Portia. There's absolutely no response from anything.
Before we move, can I find the tattoo?
Which one?
The war. Well, it wouldn't be a war pick. So I want to look for. Does Leaf? I'm gonna look. Have a tattoo like I did when I had red. So I had a war pick tattoo. Does he have a similar tattoo?
I'm gonna ask, are you going to strip him naked in this area to investigate his body for this tattoo amongst all of his other tattoos?
No.
Okay.
No. Okay. I just lean in.
It sounds to me that Portia would be fairly familiar with the way
that Leaf's body looks anyways from the previous, session.
Well, hang on now. You would say that, but the previous session she couldn't tell Leaf from a doppelganger. So
Look, you get really caught up
Loves
in the
drugs.
moment sometimes, and just not paying attention to the details. It's okay.
I know.
I'm not gonna strip him naked, but I do want to like look in the shirt and like pull up the pant legs and just kind of look in those places.
We're doing this again, are we?
The guy's gonna go, excuse me. That man can't give consent. And he's gonna just set the hammer down, but he's gonna let the weight finish it, letting it fall, and it cracks the concrete. That's enough.
No snoot boot.
Board
wasn't-
for consent.
I wasn't snoop. I'm looking for something.
I
I
bet
wasn't-
you
Yeah,
are.
I bet you are.
Not like that.
I
Not
don't
like that.
know.
Red sometimes appears manifest as a tattoo. I don't know what I was gonna do with it, but that's what I was wanting.
That's what we were afraid of.
What?
That's a moot point right now. You
I
went
don't
to
know
go
what
get
a
him
red
healed.
is. Is this the curse that you won't let me beat out of him?
Yes,
Why-
100% right.
Oh,
Why are you guys here? Why haven't you gone to Bahamut?
We said we were coming here because this is where we went last time.
So
Go-
I suggested Bahamut. She
Go
said
to
come here.
Bahamut. Why are you sitting here?
It's basically all her fault.
Go?
Wow, Adnan, really?
Listen, Angel of Cord. You need to help us.
All
I
right.
can't. If you hadn't
Go-
noticed, I'm stuck in this. I'm gonna take this thing and I'm gonna have it carry me back to Embrick, and you're gonna go get Lee fixed because why are you fucking around here?
Not fucking
I-
around. Henry,
Turn to the
I just
crowd
start-
and I say,
grab Leaf and
You-
start walking away.
you've heard the angel speak. Let's do what the angel says.
Oh my god.
to Embrick! To Embrick!
No. Oh, they're
And
going
then
to Bahamut.
you are just whoosh, and they start tossing you from one person to the
Oh
you're
my God.
you're in a moving mosh pit situation right now,
my
as
God.
muscle
Feist is-
jocks of multiple races and genders and sizes are heading north in the streets of Waterdeep. And as
This
they're
would
doing
not
so,
be as abnormal for Feist as you
there
would think.
there are bystanders that are getting caught up in this moment.
Oh no.
Are there Mardi Gras beads?
Not yet.
I'm
Not
just
till they
saying.
not until they get a little further into the town.
Oh no.
I
Go do
really-
something useful. Go put out fires, you idiots.
Yeah, they can't hear you.
I really thought they were going to take her to Bahamut, not back to Embrick.
You were not specific enough, and Feist was.
You said you
also
heard
not
her, and she
specific
said
enough.
Embrick has to get me out. So they're to Embrick.
That plan backfired on Adnan. It's just,
You know
I'm
what?
just
You
scratching my
deserved it.
back. Well,
I like
Didn't
how you
see
say
that
he
happening.
deserves it, but you're the one getting dizzier and dizzier and dizzier.
Again, you would think this would be an abnormal thing for kobolds. Nah, kobold mosh pits are like most Fridays.
All I'm envisioning is like the March of Elephants from the Jungle Book movie. You know?
I kind of had a thing
Nice.
like minions just throwing
Yeah,
her up in the air
minions
as
too.
they're marching
Yeah.
along.
Probably with the same instat, yes, with the similar level of command of the English language.
Yep.
Banana!
Oh,
Oh goodness.
man. Wow.
Oh.
Well,
Cool. The Tegan just ran off. He's going to go find help.
okay. So Tegan's gonna go find some more help.
Portia's going towards Bahamut with Leaf, right?
Correct.
I'm following Portia because
Okay.
I can't
You
help
are
Feist.
you're leaving the Angel of Cord to the Cord Knights.
That's the only thing I can do. I gotta help Leaf. I lost control of that situation, and I
Excellent.
gotta try to pull it from the fire.
Oh man. All right. Portia
The
and
worst.
Adnan, give me perception checks again. Very good, both of you. This time, as you are heading this direction, and you're seeing the Griffin Riders again chucking water everywhere. There's active people with buckets. City guards like taking helmets off and breaking into places and helping people out. Like there's actual things happening. The city's big. It takes time to move people into action, and so things are happening. It seems like the places that caught fire are tailoring places, taverns, and blacksmith areas. And then temples.
Don't forget bookstores.
That was a tower. Thank you. That was a T.
So they didn't know where to hit.
There's not that many bookstores in Waterdeep.
They didn't know who it was. They just knew the flavor.
Yep.
They just knew. Oh my gosh, that is interesting.
So if it began with a T, they went after it. That means Tegan is in peril.
That's not Adnan. No.
Let's not get ahead of ourselves here, okay? Tegan can handle himself.
As you're all making your way one direction, poor Feist in the mosh pit another direction. Gerhardt and the fire brigade. Remy, did you follow the fire brigade or did you stay at Troll Skull area?
Is Troll Skull like out of fire now? Like it looks like it's all
Yes.
put out and it's safe. Then
Yeah.
I'm going to offer to see if the children want to go in and go to their room and be home again, you know, if that would help calm down the frightened child.
So you offer that when you go around, like the town's guard have the place not accessible because of the sheer amount of fire damage that has happened.
Oh, well, then we won't do that. We'll just find the other adults in the area and kind of just hang out, I guess, because
I mean,
we're just gonna watch these kids and make sure they're safe and have a
Rosetta's
place to
dad's
go.
there, like still, like
Yeah.
I mean, there's people around that
Yeah.
you can hang out with. Okay, so Gerhardt
'Cause I think-
and the
See, I
fire
don't have
brigade.
contact with the others, so I
Yeah,
have no
you
idea
don't-
what's going on.
Yeah,
That's fine.
That's 100% fair.
I'm just gonna hang out.
You got arbitrary, kind of volunteered into babysitting duty, and by golly, you're doing a great job. Gerhardt and the fire brigade heading in that northeastern direction. When you make a turn, you see a tall black marbled temple that has a graveyard attached that is currently aflame. And there you see Silas as well as other people wearing black as they just watch it happen. They aren't actively trying to do anything about it. But their temple doesn't connect to anything else. It's not going to spread.
Okay. I run up to Silas. We are
Okay.
letting it burn.
Indeed we are. There's
So be
no
it.
one left inside anyway.
Fine. And then I call back to the brigade. Not here. We go further. And run to the next closest burning section in the sky.
Easy enough for you to find another one and head another direction. And with the brigade's help and using, buckets and Seth, it's a lot more smaller areas. There's not quite as many big places, but you're able to quickly put together temples, either some kind of embroidery or tailoring shops, and smithing shops. You do note one other bookstore that didn't survive in any way, shape, or form. By the time you and the brigade got there, it was already smoldering ruins, but you were able to help have not other buildings go up because of it. But you can see the center point. I'm just assuming like that's what you are doing probably until early morning, as you and the
Yep.
brigade are just going and helping and doing, like, pushing through exhaustion at this point, and you guys are your help, and more people join. Like, it's not just the initial 40. Like, you have hundreds of people with the fire brigade. There are people that see what you're doing, separate off of you, and go other directions. Like, you've got a movement happening. But it really seems like this, at least the people of the city. And again, you're starting to see, not starting, but as you're going, guards actively doing things. The griffins, again, coming down with water and dumping it on bigger fires. Like, the city has really begun to put itself together. One of the times that you're going about and putting flames out, you're at a spot where um, there's two stores, one across the way from each other, and it's, I mean, you're kind of paying attention actively, like going and doing things. It's, you see a woman just seem to come out of the dirt. A black woman with dreadlocks kind of pulled back into a tail. She's got this long black quarterstaff, and she just hits the ground at the store that you're not working on, and just lobs a bunch of dirt and smothers the fire out before she hits the ground again, and she's pulled back down.
So one, I'm
give
definitely
me
gonna run on a populist campaign on my success tonight.
give me
for
a give me a perception or investigation roll. Either would work for this instance.
Oh my god.
You feel like you should know who this individual is, but man, your mind is, it's you got a lot of stuff going on, so you don't recognize Portia and Adnan. You get to Bahamut's temple to see smoke rolling out of it. It too was hit. It's no longer on, fire, but it's definitely not. I mean, it's standing, so I guess technically it's in better shape than Kor's temple, but they seem to have handled it different. But you don't see anybody actively doing anything about it. Like, there's nobody around other than a few guards posted outside. Like town guard.
Hey, Feist, didn't you come to the temple?
I think you're muted.
Yeah? Why? What's wrong?
Nobody's here.
They were gonna move to Quinn's. They were gonna take care of the injured there. If nobody's there, then that's probably where they're at.
Did you just say Quinn?
I don't know. Sure. That's what Shiraz said.
Son of a bitch.
Wait a minute. Temple? I thought you're at the temple?
They took him to Kaylin's parents' house.
Oh. plot twist.
And that's where we're in tonight's episode of Waterdeep Adventures, friends.